With older photographs, there's a very good chance that you're going to need to deal with sometimes significant tonal issues. The image may have not been properly exposed in the first place, or it might have faded or otherwise been altered over time. In this case, you can see that I have an image that's a little bit dark and it lacks a fair amount of contrast. The color also looks to be less than ideal. Perhaps it's shifted a little bit over time. It looks a bit blue to cyan, and I'd like to correct the overall image. You may find that you're quite eager to apply a basic adjustment to improve an image that you're trying to restore, and there are some automatic tonal adjustments that can help very, very quickly. These include the autotone and auto contrast adjustments. Let's go ahead and take a look at two of the options that are available on the menu. I'll go to the image menu, and then I'll start off by choosing auto contrast. Applying this command will apply an automatic contrast enhancement to the image. And you can see that I've accomplished a very good basic adjustment with very little effort. Of course, the color is still far from ideal, and it doesn't exactly look like a great overall adjustment. It's an improvement, but not quite exactly what I'm looking for. I'll go ahead and choose Edit and then step backward in order to undo that step, and then I'll go to the Image menu and choose Auto Tone. Now, this adjustment is actually adjusting both overall brightness and contrast all at once and all automatically. So after choosing Image Autotone from the menu, you can see that we have a significantly better image, both in terms of overall brightness and contrast, as well as the overall color. But there are also some other options available to us. They take a little bit more effort, but they're still relatively automatic. I'll choose Edit and then step backward one more time to take us back to the original image, and now I'm going to add an adjustment layer. And in this case, I'm going to add either a levels or curves adjustment. I'll go ahead and use curves for this image. It doesn't matter whether I choose levels or curves in this case, because the automatic adjustments that we're going to take a look at are available for both. You can see that I now have a curves adjustment layer in addition to my original background image layer, and that means that I'm working non-destructively. And in fact, this is always the way I would choose to work if I'm applying automatic adjustments, because it does provide a little bit more flexibility. I'm protecting the underlying background image layer so that I can always go back to that layer if for any reason I decide that I need to. In order to explore the automatic options for the curves adjustment or the levels adjustment, we're going to bypass the auto button, and instead we'll go to the panel pop-up menu. That's the little button at the top right of the properties panel. I'll go ahead and click that button, and you can see that I get a pop-up menu, and I'm going to choose auto options from that pop-up menu. Right off the bat, you'll see that an enhancement has been applied to the image, and there are actually 4 algorithms that are available to us. The Enhance Monochromatic Contrast option is the exact same thing as Auto Contrast that we saw before, and Enhance Per Channel Contrast is the same as Auto Tone. We also have Find Dark and Light Colors, as well as Enhance Brightness and Contrast. And for the first 3 options, we also have a Snap Neutral Midtones checkbox. Turning that on will cause the midtones to be adjusted in an effort to produce a more neutral overall color. I don't suggest that you try to memorize what each and every one of these algorithms actually does, and instead, if you're going to apply an automatic adjustment, that you simply explore each of them. You'll find that for different images, a different option is going to produce the best result. In this case, I think Enhance Per Channel Contrast is probably best, and I'll leave the Snap Neutral Midtones option turned off, just because I like the warmer tone of the image without that option turned on. I don't need to worry about the target colors and clipping. I generally want the target values to be black, white, and middle gray, and the clipping at 0.1% is perfectly fine. So I'll leave the options now set as I've established them and go ahead and click OK. And now I have an improved image, a very quickly and easily improved image, and all of that work has now been done as an adjustment layer. You'll notice, for example, that I can see the curves adjustment that has been applied for me automatically, but I can always go into the individual channels here or apply an overall adjustment in the RGB channel in order to fine-tune the effect. But the key is that I can achieve a very good result very quickly with some of the automatic options in Photoshop.